Today I show you how to use the touchscreen of your Android phone. First you have to unlock your phone, and most of the time you unlock your phone with the fingerprint. Most of the time you will unlock your Android phone with the fingerprint, either on the screen here or on the side of the phone. My phone is the Sony Xperia 1 Mark V, and it has the power button and the fingerprint sensor in one place. Older Android phones used to have the fingerprint sensor on the back of the phone, but that's not so common anymore. And once you unlock your phone, in case you don't use the fingerprint, you can see the lock screen and you can swipe up, then you can enter your passcode and then press next. In my case here, it's a wrong passcode, so it's not gonna work, but then you press next to tap on the buttons there. Whenever you touch on the screen of your Android phone, it's a one. When you touch the screen of your Android phone like this, it's one touch. If you do double tap like this, it's a double tap. And you can also do a triple tap like this. You can also do a triple tap like that. Like this. So I do a one press, and here I don't need to do a double tap, but if you're editing text, it really helps a lot to do double tap or triple tap. And if I want to do also a long press is when you tap and hold it. So this is a menu there, tap and hold it. Or you can tap, hold it, and then drag it to move around. So now I'm moving an up icon from one place to another. This is the really easy way to move apps around. And also you can move apps around in the folders, combine them, so you can do lots of things. And when you open, for example, I could open one app here, take a picture. So you might have a physical button for taking pictures, but most of the time you will have a button that looks like this. You took the picture, then you can see it in the corner there, or use the gallery app. Here I have the gallery app, and these are simply just they are only test pictures. And you see, I tap on the picture and it changes. I can swipe from right to left to see the picture. So now I swipe from left to right, I see the picture on the left. I swipe from right to left, I see the picture on the right. It's really just like pages in a book. It's very simple like this. And when you go all the way to the end of this, you will not see more items. It will not work. You have to go back like this. To zoom in general, you use the pinch to zoom, and you can also move around. So not only you're zooming, but you are also moving the item around. So while you're zooming, you can put something that's of interest in the first view here. So it's really helpful. It's really helpful to be able to do this zoom and move around. You see, I hold both fingers. Both fingers are holding onto the screen, and I move them around. And if you want to zoom out, you do this gesture. So touch and then bring the fingers together. Touch and bring the fingers together. And then bring the fingers together, touch, and then put them further away. It's like this. It's this way, and you can keep touching the screen and zooming in and out. And there is also a way to zoom by using only one finger. It doesn't work on all the apps, but you can double tap and then slide like this. To zoom in with one finger, you do a double tap and hold, and then move the finger up or down. If you move it left or right, also it works like this. So I'm only touching with one finger and I can zoom in. But with this one, you don't have the option where you can pan the image around, move it around. But it's really convenient if you have your phone, you use it only with one hand. So I do a double tap, zoom in, like that. I can zoom in on this picture here, for example. So I could see what's here closer, and then double tap to go back to the original view. If you notice, I'm not using the buttons, the gesture navigation is enabled now. I don't use the 3-button navigation. And this gesture navigation is a swipe from below to the middle and stop there. you switch between apps. So this is a way to switch between apps like that. And if you want to close an app, here I simply swipe up on the app like that. I open the app again and it's there. If I want to close another app, I will close this app, the photography app, and I can open it again from here. So this gesture, it's important to notice it, to know it. You swipe from this bar, there is this bar on the bottom of your Android phone, and then swap and stop halfway there, and then you can go left and right to close the apps that you don't want, or you can use clear or to close all the apps if you want to. To close this menu and any kind of screen, you swipe from the bar up all the way like this, and this way you close any app. So I open the camera app, from the bar I swipe up and I throw it to the multitasking window like that. And you can also go back and forward. So for example, if I open the settings and if I go to network and internet, I can go back with the back gesture like that. You can also go forward in some apps that have the option. Here I go back and I can open network and internet, and if I go back, it takes me back to the settings. If I go back, settings again. If I go back, it takes me to the screen before I tapped on the settings. So you have back and forward navigation. You have the gestures for the one finger, but you can also have gestures with 2 fingers or even 3 fingers. On some Android phones you could even have custom gestures, but most of the time these are the gestures that you really need to know how to use. The going back, going forward, closing all the apps, seeing the task switcher like this. This is very important to be able to see what apps are running. You also have the swipe from the top right to see the quick settings, and you can also swipe from the middle or left on some phones where you see notifications. On some Android phones you will have notifications separate than this quick settings. On some phones they will be combined. Here on my phone they are combined. There are no notifications, and this is the menu for quick settings. The quick settings, you can turn off things, you can quickly enable Wi-Fi or turn off Wi-Fi, for example, like this with one button press like that. To close this view, also you swipe up and again you swipe up to close it. To access the app drawer, you swipe from below up like this, and then you see all the apps on your device, even the apps that are not on the home screen. So I open this and I can search for the apps. I could search for settings, for example. So you see the settings. And if I don't want to use any of this, I can swipe down to close it. So you swipe up from anywhere in the middle of the screen to open the app drawer, then you swipe down to close that. And then you swipe down again to see the quick settings and notifications. You also have the physical buttons, but they are volume and power most of the time, or a camera button. This is most of the time you might have this. You don't have to press hard on the screen. There used to be old displays where you had to actually press on them, but now the modern ones, they are not using the force, they are using the electricity. Modern displays detect if your finger is there without having to press it. It's just simple like this. And there is also the gesture where you press and hold like that, and the gesture to press and hold like this in an empty area of the home screen will show some home settings menus. And when you move things around, this is really the most useful thing. The most useful feature is to be able to move apps around, so you can arrange the home screen how you want it, and you can also move these folders around the same way. So you have to long press and then start moving it. That's it. This is how to use the touch screen of your Android phone. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I will try to answer any question that I could. I hope this helps you. Thanks for watching.